But Charles has to realize, Isiah, and I told you this on this show, I played with everybody, but there's nobody like this 6-foot kid from the south side of Chicago. There's nobody like it. I've watched him do miracles at 6 feet tall. When everybody else is 6'6", 6'7", referees on your side, the lead is on your side. You have to understand, we were not part of the script. We interrupted the script. And if you don't believe there's a script, we interrupted the script.
For the record, bro, I just had to do this video because you know what really be ticking me off, bro? Hey, listen, Facebook get me going, bro. So y'all can thank Facebook for these videos that got me ranting and stuff, because I just sometimes just be chilling after I do my content, right? And then Facebook just get me ticked off because I see a post, right? Don't think for 1 second. Don't get caught up into, oh, they could break the script, right? We can beat the script. No, there is no beating the script. You really think that these guys aren't in on it too? The reason for me saying that is because I seen a clip of an interview that John Sally did with DJ Vlad, better known as Vlad TV. So John Sally was up there and he was speaking about, I'm assuming that he was talking about maybe Isiah Thomas, if I'm not mistaken. You know, he's speaking about a guy who is 6'3" from Chicago, and we all know that that's where Isiah Thomas was from. And I believe the topic at hand must have been about Michael Jordan or whoever it may have been. But he was just talking about how they broke the script, how no referees could. Come on, bruh. The referees have the ultimate power. It doesn't matter. If they really cared about their reputation and not looking bad, they wouldn't have suspended Draymond Green and the backlash that came with that. The situation that you're saying happened with the Sacramento Kings, where you're seeing Kobe elbowing them guys, and a lot of the fouls is blatant, and that wouldn't have happened, bruh. They would care so much about their reputation. It's not more so even about money. Ain't no beating no script, bruh. The script is the script. When LeBron James lose, he's playing into his character. When you see LeBron James flopping, crying like a baby, him losing on those big stages is a part of the script also. There is no beating no script. Do you know how lucrative and how much money the NBA could have made if Chris Paul went to the Los Angeles Lakers? Think about it in hindsight now. It's just like, okay, this stuff is really scripted. Because why wouldn't they want for Chris Paul to go to the Los Angeles Lakers? Make it make sense. You're talking about one of the most popular teams in the league. So they would want, if it was really about money, they would put the Lakers and the New York Knicks in the finals every year. The Knicks would make it to the finals every year. New York is the #1 market in the world. So why wouldn't they put the New York Knicks in the finals every year? When was the last time the Knicks went to the finals? You see what I'm saying? So we think about the top market teams. They would be in the finals just about every single year. So it's not just about money. It's about a script being seen through. So Kobe Bryant was in on it. Because could you imagine how profitable that is? You know how much revenue would be generated if Kobe Bryant, Dwight Howard, and Chris Paul all teamed up on the Lakers? But guess what happened? It wasn't a part of the script that Chris Paul went to the Lakers. It was a part of the script for it to be vetoed so he could go to the Clippers, the team next door. That's the story of his career. To play for the New Orleans Hornets and then get traded to the Lakers, but then it get vetoed. So when you tell the story years from now, when you look back at his career, they'll talk about how he's supposed to go to the Lakers and play with Kobe. Just think, there would be nothing to really talk about of interest if that didn't happen. Now we got the what ifs. It keeps the conversation going. Goes to the Clippers, Lob City, plays for the Rockets, played for the OKC Thunder. Now he's playing for the Phoenix Suns. We don't know. He turns 38 next year. Then Chris Paul has never won a championship. Then he could all of a sudden, after losing so many times, could magically win one title. And that'll be a historic career. It sets the stage for the future. They control the fans. It's a storyline. You're upset. You're pissed. You know how outraged everybody was when that trade got vetoed? They poking fun at the fan. It's mockery. Why wouldn't they want Chris Paul? You think David Stern got that much ego to say, hey, I don't want for Chris Paul to go to the Lakers. But guess what, bro? You know how much money they would make if it was really about money if the Los Angeles Lakers faced off against the Miami Heat in the NBA Finals? The big three. You got two big threes going against each other. And even if Kobe would have got to the NBA Finals, if the referees didn't want for him to win with Chris Paul, he wouldn't have won. When Kevin Durant joined the Golden State Warriors, bro, I predicted that. I knew he was going to join the Golden State Warriors. Made sense from a basketball standpoint. But to me, now thinking about it, it makes sense from a movie writer's perspective. It seemed like a movie. No different than LeBron going to Miami. When LeBron James, honest to God, this is the honest to God truth. When LeBron James went to the Miami Heat, for 4 years straight, the 4 years that LeBron James was down in Miami, however long he was down there, I told my pops, I said, Pops, LeBron gonna go back to Cleveland. LeBron is going to go back to Cleveland. I repeatedly, you could ask him, this is honest to God truth. I told him that LeBron will go back to Cleveland. Nobody believed me. I moved down to Richmond, 2012. You can ask my cousins and them. I said, man, LeBron going back to Cleveland. But now, as I think about it in its full totality, it makes sense from a screenwriter perspective. It's like a story. All this stuff is scripted, bruh. LeBron James' entire career has been scripted. No different than Michael Jordan or anybody that's in the league. Both sides of the spectrum. You got your so-called truth tellers, and then you got your sheep. Once you see things for the gray area, there's black and white. Once you see the gray area, see, they send people out like John Sally to distract you. They're pandering to the diehard basketball community. The ones who truly love basketball and the essence of it. People like John Sally would throw you off to make you think that they not a part of the brotherhood. They not a part of the script. No, yes, they are. They send people like John Sally to keep you reeled in. So you continue to believe that it's real. They're controlling your emotions no matter which way. It's a distraction, bro. When Kevin Durant lose, he lose because it was a part of his script to lose, which set the stage for his career. No different than LeBron James when he kept losing in Cleveland and he lost his first year in Miami. The following year when he won against OKC, look at the numbers, the stats. The team that LeBron James beat in the NBA Finals, which is the OKC Thunder to win his first ring, that was the team that he played and matched up against when he broke the all-time scoring record. Come on, bro. This stuff is just not a coincidence. It's all written and scripted through the numbers. How ironic is it that LeBron James at 38 surpasses Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? I think he had 38,000 points. And then the very next game, they played the Milwaukee Bucks, who Kareem Abdul-Jabbar played for. Giannis had 38 points. Like, all this stuff is happening for a reason. It's all scripted. They're all in on it. Giannis winning his championship. Kevin Durant sitting up there crying, crocodile tears, talking about, Mama, you the real MVP. And I'm a huge Kevin Durant fan, bruh. It's all scripted. There is no breaking no script. Michael Jordan plays basketball, then all of a sudden his pops pass away and he retires to go play baseball. He plays baseball like that. It just sounds like a storyline. He plays baseball, then he comes back, return to the NBA and win 3 more titles. Like, it sounds scripted, bro. What sounds better? For somebody to keep losing to someone and then overcome, or somebody to just come in the league and just keep winning. Can you imagine how Michael Jordan's story would be if he just came into the league and start winning? People love the underdog. What made his story that much greater was the fact that he kept getting beat by the Detroit Pistons. It's like the most Herculean storyline. It was that time. It was a build-up. Listen to his name. Isiah Lord Thomas. It's all biblical. Isaiah Lord. They call Michael Jordan the Black Jesus. There was the story of the Archangel Michael in the Bible. All this stuff is biblical, bruh. But they know that there's both sides of the spectrum. There's the free thinker who would be considered the conspiracy theorist, who feel like they're not the sheep. They're set apart from the sheep. The ones who got their so-called third eye, who woke. They know that fans are emotional. They control both sides of the chessboard, bruh. That's how they do it. I get it. It was WWE the entire time. As great of a scorer Kevin Durant is, bruh, they could easily give Kevin Durant 2 or 3 of the worst foul calls ever and disrupt his entire rhythm. And the Cavs versus Warriors finals, bruh, they could have really made it to where LeBron James defeated Kevin Durant, bruh. If they really wanted to. Made LeBron James seem that much more greater by defeating that stacked Warriors team. If they wanted for Michael Jordan to lose to Charles Barkley, he would have lost. They wanted for Michael Jordan to go 6-0 in the finals to win 5 MVPs. Just think about it. LeBron James defeated a 73-9 team who broke Jordan's 72-10 record. You really think that Kobe Bryant tore his Achilles, walked off the court, then walked all the way back to the free throw line and shot free throws on a torn Achilles, then walked off the floor again? Really think that in Kobe Bryant's last game, he checked out of the game at 4.1 seconds left remaining in the game and then passed away at 41 years old? The reason they send guys like John Sally out because he's still influential. And there will still be people who will listen to him and repeat what he says. So now you got a bunch of so-called diehard basketball fans out there who repeat what John Sally has said. You seen Arian Foster do an interview and said those injuries that you see them players be having, it just adds to the storyline. You got to think Kawhi Leonard is one of the greatest defenders we've ever seen. Could you imagine if Kawhi Leonard guarded LeBron James his entire stint with the Lakers? It would be hard for LeBron James to get an NBA title. Kawhi Leonard got injured in that series for a reason. Fans are emotional. It's like an emotional roller coaster. It sucked the energy out of the building when Kawhi Leonard went down in that series with the Spurs versus Golden State, and Zaza Pachulia stepped on Kawhi Leonard's foot. And it made you root against Golden State that much more. You wanted for them to lose. They were like the villains. No different than LeBron was the villain in 2011. It's nothing more than sports theater. It's just like politics, bruh. These players really ain't got no control. It's just like the presidential campaign. Y'all think these presidents are running the world? No, they not. It's all a show. It's political theater. It's sports theater. They know that there are people who are going to pick a side. Democrat, Republican. This is how they distract you. They know that you're going to choose a side. They know that you live vicariously through these entertainers, these characters, these players, these athletes. And you're going to root for them. Just like people like Donald Trump. The media, they'll lead you to believe that Donald Trump is going to jail at any moment. It's a charade. And then you seen when Trump went and sat in there. It was a case in Manhattan. He sat in there and nothing happened. People thought he was locked up. It's all a show. And then CNN has talked so bad about him, and then now he all of a sudden sitting on CNN. Do y'all not see the joke? They're both working on both sides, bruh. It's a joke. It's a complete show. And it's no different than sports. There are people who are rooting for Kevin Durant or rooting for people to defeat LeBron James. And then you have people on the other side who are pro LeBron James. They love LeBron James and they can't stand Kevin Durant. We're all being played. You truly believe that Isiah Thomas, out of all people, that Isiah Thomas had the power to stop the rig, bro, they could have gave Jordan all the ammunition that he needed when he first entered the league. They could have gave Jordan everything that he wanted. They didn't have to build up a Scottie Pippen. They could have had somebody that was already established. They could have gave Jordan everything, including the refs. Bro, they had the power to implement rules during that time that they could have easily made it to where you couldn't even breathe on Michael Jordan. You couldn't, all that getting away with the physical fouling that they was doing back in the days, how physical it was back then, bro. They could have got rid of all of that during that time. The league has power. All this stuff is scripted. Isiah Thomas ain't breaking no script. He was in the script.